Hello, hello to all of my friends out there. I know that what you're seeing right now is a different background than you normally see. This is the side of the house, and we're facing the front street so that I can be in the shade because if you can remember, I'm usually in the sunlight and it's really bright and I have sensitive skin, so I've been getting sunburnt even if I wear sunscreen and my hat, so I'm doing my best to stay in the shade. And so this is going to be where we practice yoga today. So thank you so much for joining me and for being here. I'm so happy you're here. And you'll get to see a little bit of new scenery. Who knows? Maybe we'll see some people walking their dogs or some cars driving by for a little bit of entertainment. But let's start with our kid-friendly family yoga class today by lying down. If you have a mat, you can lie down on your mat. And if you have a nice soft carpet, you can lie down on a carpet or a wooden floor. Maybe that's not too hard. You could put a little blanket down. And we're gonna start with facing the ceiling or the sky so that our head, our neck, and our spine are in a straight line. So our body is straight. We're gonna have our palms facing up, our hands are facing up, and our arms are a little bit out to the side from the body. There's a little bit of space between our feet as well, and our feet are relaxing and falling out to the sides. So we're lying here in this relaxation pose, and relaxation, you guys know the word relax. So that's what this pose is all about, and it's a great way to start and end class together. So we'll start by, if we feel comfortable, closing our eyes and taking some deep breaths in through our nose and out through our nose. And as we start to take deep breaths, let's relax the entire body. Maybe you're like me and it's easy to be active and it's hard to relax the body. And so sometimes doing things like yoga is a great way to help us relax. So we'll take some deep breaths in and deep breaths out, and we'll start to notice, how does our body feel? Do we feel good? Do we feel happy? Do we feel angry? Do we feel uncomfortable? Do we feel silly? How do we feel today? So just think about that for a moment. Right now, how do you feel? Maybe you feel relaxed. Maybe you feel like you have a lot of energy. Maybe you feel like being very quiet right now. Or maybe you feel like being loud. Maybe you feel happy. Or maybe you feel sad. So just take a minute and think, how do I feel? And remember that if you feel sad or lonely, that those feelings don't stick with us forever, that they do pass. And sometimes all it takes is a hug from somebody that we care about, or a phone call with somebody important to us, or just some quiet time alone to readjust our feelings and our minds, and then we feel better again. So while we're lying here and breathing in and out, I want you to think of, what are the things that you can do when you don't feel that great? I want you to think of one thing or even two things that always make you feel better? What always makes you feel better? Is it when your mom or dad tells you you're doing a good job? Is it when you get to do arts and crafts all by yourself? Is it when you get to stretch with me during yoga class? Or maybe it's when you get to have a phone call with a grandma or grandpa or a friend. So think about something that always makes you happy. And now I want you to bring your thoughts back to your breathing, back to inhaling and exhaling, and back to your body, back to relaxing the entire body. And we're gonna start by opening our eyes, and we're gonna crunch ourselves into a tiny ball. Crunch yourselves into a ball like this. Squeeze your hands, squeeze your toes, squeeze every muscle in your body, and then relax. Inhale, exhale, breathe in and out and relax. Now we're gonna stretch the arms, stretch the legs, lift the head, stretch, 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 stretch every muscle in your body, and then relax. Breathe in and breathe out. And now we're gonna wiggle. Wiggle the arms, wiggle the legs, bend the knees, and then relax. Sometimes when we're trying to fall asleep, we feel like we have a lot of energy. So if you do some of those things, squeezing into a ball, stretching, wiggling, and then relaxing, that might make you feel a little bit more ready for sleep. But we're not going to sleep right now. We're going to stretch. So we're going to bend our knees, pull them into our chest, lift the head towards the knees. Big hug to the knees, tuck the head into the knees, and send love all over the body. Send love all over the body. And drop the head, lift the knees, place the hand underneath the knees. We're gonna rock forwards and backwards a few times. And then we're gonna sit up. We're gonna roll right up into crisscross applesauce. So we're going to cross the legs. And you might notice that when we do crisscross applesauce, I don't have both my feet on the bottom. I have one foot on top and one foot on the bottom. And sometimes I switch sides. So I want you to sit in a way that's comfortable for you. So if that's crisscross applesauce, perfect. If it's one foot on top, that's okay. And for some people, it's having both feet on the ground. So I want you to sit in a way that feels really good and comfortable for you, because it's all about being comfortable and happy when you come to do yoga with me. So we're gonna start with our shoulders. We're gonna take a deep breath in and bring our shoulders up to our ears. When we breathe out, we're gonna drop them down. Breathe in, bring your shoulders up to the ears. Breathe out, drop them down. Oh, there goes a car or truck. Breathe in, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Breathe out, drop them down. And last time, take a deep breath in, bring your shoulders up to your ears. And breathe out, drop them down. We're gonna gently turn our head from side to side. One side and then the other side. Slowly and gently, turning our head from side to side. Good. And we'll come back to center. Now we're gonna rock the head from side to side. Rock it from side to side. Bring your ear to one shoulder and then your ear to the other shoulder. We'll rock back and forth. Good. Now we're gonna make circles with our head. So we're gonna drop one ear to the shoulder, Tilt the head forward, drop the chin down, and come to the other side, ear to the shoulder. Tilt the head forward, drop the chin down, and the ear back to the other shoulder. Tilt the head forward, drop the chin down, ear to the shoulder. Tilt the head forward, drop the head down, and ear to the other shoulder. One more time. And lift your head back up to center. Nice job. We're gonna move our shoulders in circles now. So inhale, make big circles with the shoulders going forward and up. Breathe out, let the shoulders fall back and down. Breathe in, roll the shoulders forward and up to the ears, and breathe out, roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe in, roll the shoulders forward and up, and breathe out. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good job. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but backwards. So breathe in, roll the shoulders back and up to the ears. Breathe out, roll the shoulders forward and down. Breathe in, roll back and up. Breathe out, roll forward and down. And one last time, breathe in, roll back and up, and breathe out. Roll forward and down. Nice job, everybody. Now we're gonna stretch our arms out to the sides like we're making a T with our arms. And we're gonna just make little circles. Little tiny circles going in one direction. Little circles, and now we're gonna make those circles bigger. Those circles are gonna get so big that our hands even touch the ground as we make big circles. And then we're gonna stop and make big circles going in the opposite direction. Big circles going in the other way. Nice job. And then we're gonna make them smaller and smaller and smaller until we're doing little circles again. Nice. Then we're gonna take a deep breath in, stretch up. Deep breath out. Stretch down, shake out the arms, shake them out, shake them out. Deep breath in, stretch up. Deep breath out, stretch down. One more deep breath in, stretch all the way up. And deep breath out, stretch down. Nice job. This time when we take a deep breath in, we're gonna lean to one side and then make a big circle, lean to the other side, lean back, and we're gonna make a big circle with the whole body. So we're gonna take a deep breath in, fold your hands. If you wanna point your first fingers up to the sky, you can, or you can just fold your hands, it's okay, either one's fine. As we breathe in, we're reaching up, and as we breathe out, we're leaning to one side and leaning forward. And then as we breathe in, we're leaning to the other side and leaning back. Breathe out, lean to one side, breathe forward. Breathe in, lean to one side and back. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, come all the way back to center. And then we're gonna lean to the other side. We're gonna breathe out and lean forward, and we're going in a circle in the other direction. We're gonna breathe in as we lean to the side and back. Breathe out as we lean forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And one more time, breathe out. We're leaning. Lean back, breathe in, and sit upright as you exhale. Your hands float all the way down. Are your arms tired? Are your shoulders tired? Shake them out. Nice job. All right, let's stretch our feet forward. So aim your feet towards me. Toes are facing up. So I'm flexing my feet. I'm facing my feet towards you, so you can do the same thing. Face your feet towards me like this. And then we're gonna sit up as straight and tall as we can. If we need to adjust ourselves, we can do that to make sure that we're sitting up very tall. And then we'll inhale, reach both hands up. As we breathe out, we're gonna reach forward and drop the hands on the legs. So maybe the hands are on the knees, maybe they're a little bit below the knees, maybe they're at the ankles or the feet. Wherever they are is totally fine, as long as you're inhaling and exhaling and feeling a nice stretch. When we stretch like this, we're getting a big stretch all the way from the back of our neck down through our spine and around through our legs and to our heels. So we're getting a big stretch to the whole back of the body, and it feels really good when we stretch like this. We want to always remember to breathe. And if we're too far in a stretch and it feels like something's hurting or it's a little too much, just walk the hands closer to the body and sit up a little bit more, and that's okay. I want you to do what feels good for you. So let's inhale, we'll stretch our arms up, we're breathing in, and we'll breathe out, let the arms float down. Nice job, guys. We're gonna bend both knees. We're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together and bring the feet in close to the body. We're sitting up straight and tall. Take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're gonna tip forward. We don't have to go that far. If it feels good, we can go very close to the ground. If it feels maybe too much for our legs, then we can sit up a little bit taller. And we are just gonna breathe here, deep breaths in and deep breaths out as we stretch the legs and the hips. And then maybe we can lift the knees, slowly lift them up, and then drop them down. See how far you can drop them down and see how far you can lift them up. Drop them down. It's like a slow butterfly. And lift them up. And one more time, drop them down. Good job, guys. We're gonna walk the feet out a little bit from the body so that we can see a diamond shape with our legs. And we're gonna slide the hands under the ankles. We're creating a little cushion for the ankles. Take a deep breath in, sit up straight and tall, and breathe out, gently lean forward. And again, I want you to listen to your body and only come to a place that feels good for you. So some people are gonna wanna bend really far forward. Other people are gonna wanna stay sitting up rather straight and tall. That's totally fine. Remember, you're doing what feels good for you today. It's all about feeling good. We're gonna slide the hands out, walk the feet back in close to the body. Now we're gonna do a little bit of balancing on our bums. So we're gonna take our first two fingers and thumbs and wrap them around our big toes. Then we're gonna gently lean back a little bit more, and then we're gonna see, can we lift the feet off of the ground? Can you lift the feet off of the ground? Maybe the feet come up and you fall backwards, that's okay. Maybe the feet come up and you fall forwards, that's also okay. But we're just testing. So how we do this pose, go ahead and drop the feet if they're up. Relax for a minute. How we do this pose is that we're using not only our legs to lift us up, we're using our tummies. So this part of the body, the muscles in here, are called the abdomen. So we make sure to make those muscles very tight and strong. And when those are strong and we're making them very tight and strong, then when we lean back, we can lift up the feet. If those muscles aren't tight and we lean back, then I can't lift up the feet at all because I need those muscles to help me lift it up, because our bodies are all connected. So everything is connected to everything else. So let's try that again. The soles of our feet are together. We're taking our first two fingers and our thumbs and we're gonna hook them around our big toes and hold on to those big toes. We're sitting up straight and tall, and I'll turn to the side so that you can see I'm keeping my back very straight and very tall. And as I lean back, I'm still keeping my back straight and tall. So I'm not curving like this. I'm sitting up very straight and tall, and I'm lifting the feet. And maybe we can lift them really high up off the ground, and maybe we can only lift them a little bit. It's okay, but we can play. We can see what feels good. Nice. Maybe we'll take one foot and reach it forward. Can you do that? And then switch. And switch. And we're using our abdomen, those muscles in our stomach, to hold us straight, and switch again. Nice job. We're gonna bring both feet back to center and drop them down. Good job. We're gonna shake out our arms and legs. Oh, is there an ant crawling on me? I think so. We're gonna shake out our arms, shake out our legs, and stretching our feet forward, we're gonna bend one knee and bring the foot up high on the thigh. So bring that foot up high on the thigh. So we're bending the knee out to the side. And we're gonna take a deep breath in, stretch up. As we breathe out, we're gonna reach forward and see where we touch our leg. Maybe it's the knee, maybe it's below the knee, and maybe it's the ankle. So remember to touch the place that feels good for you. So if it hurts to touch your foot, then back up a little bit and come to the knee. But if you're touching the knee and you're feeling like, I don't feel anything, then you can walk the hands a little bit further down. So do what feels good for you. So we're stretching forward. Now what I want you to do is to walk the hands to the pinky side of the foot. So walk to the pinky side of the foot and just keep walking. So we're twisting as we stretch that leg. Twisting and walking. And then we're gonna walk back to the leg, and now I want you to twist to the other side. Twist and walk to the other side. And now twist back to center, walk the hands in, and we're gonna switch legs. So we're gonna straighten the leg that was bent, we're gonna bend the leg that was straight. We're gonna bring the foot up high on the thigh. Take a deep breath in and stretch the arms up. And as you breathe out, lean forward, drop the hands somewhere along that leg. It could be the knee, the shin, or the foot. As you breathe into the chest, I want you to straighten the spine so you can get a deep breath in and really fill up your lungs with air. As you breathe out, I want you to stretch your head forward towards me. Stretch your head forward. Breathe in, open up the chest, get a really deep, deep breath. And breathe out, reach forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice job. We're gonna walk both hands to the pinky side of the foot, and we're gonna keep walking, and we're twisting the body as we walk. Good job. We're gonna walk back to center, walk back to the leg, and we're gonna twist to the other side. Walk back to center, walk back to the leg, and deep breath in. We're gonna walk the hands all the way up. Nice job, guys. You're doing great. Let's go ahead and stand all the way up. So we're standing up, and from this standing position, we're gonna bend over. So we're going to have our hands on our hips. We're gonna take a deep breath in, And as we breathe out, we're keeping a flat back. We're gonna come halfway down. So don't go any more than halfway. If somebody were to walk by and put a potted plant on your back, it would just balance there because we're doing such a good job of folding only halfway down. Look down at the floor, reach the top of the head forward, straight over the toes. And if it's easy and this feels good for you, stretch the arms out to the sides like a T. So I'm going to turn forward so you can see what it looks like if I'm facing forward. I have my arms stretched out to the side and I'm looking down at the ground. Now we're going to fold all the way forward. Drop the crown of the head down. Let the arms just hang. Monkey arms. Monkey arms. And then rock from side to side. Open up the backs of the legs. Clasp opposite elbows as you rock. And we're stretching the whole body. Come back to center. Drop the hands, bend the knees, and slowly and gently roll all the way up. Roll the shoulders back and down and lift the head up. Nice job. So remember when we were doing that forward bending and we had our foot up high on our thigh like this? We're going to do a similar pose, bringing our foot up high on our thigh. So the first thing that I want you to do is, if you need to be near a wall, you can be near a wall to help hold you up for balance, and that's totally fine. We're going to balance first on our left foot. So lift the toes, wiggle them around, and drop them down. Spread them out, lift the heel, drop it down. And I want you to imagine pushing into your big toe and your little toe, the inside of your heel and the outside of your heel, as if it were a table with 4 legs. We're pushing into all those 4 legs so we have very good balance on that left foot. We're keeping a little bit of bend in the left knee, and our weight is shifting over to the left as we turn our right knee out to the right hand side. Now you can leave your toes on the ground and place your heel on your ankle. You can bring the foot to the calf just below the knee. Don't put the foot directly on the knee, but if you want to bring your foot all the way up high on the thigh, you can. And now we'll get ready for tree pose. So if you need to hold on to a wall for this, that's totally fine. But whatever you're doing, I want you to focus your mind and your eyes on a spot that's on the floor or on the wall opposite of you. Focus there, and that will help you keep your balance. Push with your foot into your leg and also push with your leg into your foot to use those muscles in your leg and in your foot to help you stand up straight and tall. Take a deep breath in, stretch your arms out. We're going to reach all the way up. And now we're doing what's called tree pose. So we're doing tree pose here together. We're stretching the hands up. If you need a little bit more balance, you can bring your arms out to the sides like a T. Or you can go somewhere in between, like maybe a V. So your arms can be straight up, out in a V, or out in a T. And I want you to do what helps you stay balanced. And you can see that we're balancing for a very long time. So I want you to just practice. If you fall over and lose your balance, that's okay. We're just going to try our best to ground in to that foot and find our balance again. So we're going to just take a few moments and try to find our balance here in tree pose. And wherever you are, finding your balance, we're going to imagine that our hands are the leaves and our arms are the branches, and we're going to breathe out and we're going to let our branches and our leaves fall down as our tree grows. And then take a deep breath in. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Very nice. We'll release the right foot, and now we're going to switch sides. So we just balanced and practiced balancing on our left foot, and some days it's harder and other days it's easier, and that's okay. It's all practice. So we're going to do now the same thing on the right leg, and you might find that if you had an easy time on the left leg, it might be harder on the right side. Or if you had a really hard time balancing on the left leg, it might be really easy on the right side. So sometimes one side is better than the other side in any pose that we try. So we're going to lift the toes of the right foot, wiggle them around, drop them down. Lift the heel, drop it down, very nice. And remember, like a table with 4 legs, we're going to imagine having sturdy support from the big toe, the little toe, the inside of the heel, and the outside of the heel. So we're really pushing into that right foot. We're bending the right knee, we're keeping it loose. And then we're going to turn the other knee out to the left-hand side. So the left knee is now pointing to the left. We can leave the toes on the ground. We can hold on to a wall if we need to, or maybe a sturdy chair or couch. Or we can bring the foot to the calf, just below the knee. Don't put the foot on the knee. We don't want to put pressure directly on the knee, but if you want to bring the foot up higher, you can bring it up high on the thigh, just like when we were doing forward bending and stretching forward. So we're trying to find our balance. If we lose our balance, it's okay. We're going to try to come back to this tree position. And we're going to start by taking a deep breath in and stretching the arms up. Some people find it easier to keep balance if they keep moving. And so if you need to keep moving to keep balance, that's totally fine. You can do that. Other people find it easier to balance if they're just holding the same position. So you can hold your arms straight up or out a little bit to the side like a V, or out all the way to the side like a T. So I want you to do what feels good for you. This almost feels like a butterfly pose if we had to name this one, doesn't it? Do what feels good for you, and then we're going to take a deep breath in, reach up, and deep breath out. Let your leaves, your hands, and let your branches, your arms float down as you grow, and then bring your hands back to heart center. And then release the pose, release the foot. Very nice. We're going to spread the feet out pretty wide on the mat here. So we're going to do what's called a runner's lunge, and we're going to do one kind of close to the ground. So we're spreading our feet out wide, our toes are pointing a little bit away from the body. We're going to bend the knees and bring the hands down to the mat. We're going to lean the body to one side, straighten this leg, and point the toes up. We can walk the hands towards the knee. Then we're going to switch. We're going to walk to the center, bend both knees, and then walk to the other side. Straighten that leg, lift the toes, point them up. Nice job. We're going to walk to the other side, bend the knee, straighten the other leg, point the toes up. Walk to the other side, point the toes up. Nice job. We're going to walk back to center. And from here, we're just going to fold forward. Reach the hands through the legs. Turn the fingers towards the back and walk them through the legs. Maybe you could even bring the crown of your head, the top of your head, to the floor. And if you can't, that's okay too. I can't do it today. Walk the hands back to center. And we're going to bring the heels together, toes together, the heels together, the toes together, the heels together, the toes together, the heels together, the toes together, and now our feet should be right next to each other. We're squeezing our feet together. We're gonna leave our knees bent and we're gonna arch through the spine as we raise our arms up, almost like we're sitting in a chair. Very good. Reach all the way up and exhale. Breathe out, reach down. Nice job, guys. You might be breathing heavy like I am because we've already done a lot of good work today and we have a few minutes left. So I want to do some breathing together. So there's two kinds of breathing that I want to do together today. The first one is breathing that makes us energized. So it's a type of breathing where we breathe very quickly out of our nose. And when we do that, we're using our abdomen, those muscles that I talked about earlier, we're pushing them in so that the air comes out of our nose. And then we're breathing in a very relaxed way. So we're not breathing out and in very quickly. We're just breathing out very quickly and gently breathing in. So I'll ask you to join me in this type of breathing. It'll be very fast, but we'll do a couple of rounds together. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in and use your abdomen to push the air out of your nose. Good job. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And let's try it one more time together. So we're going to use our abdomen to push the air out of our nose. So deep breath in and let's start together. Deep breath in. Fill your lungs all the way up. And deep breath out. Release all the air from your lungs. Nice job. Keep breathing. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And the other kind of breathing I want to show you today is called belly breathing. And this is a nice, very relaxed type of breath. If you have a cat or a dog, or a little sister or brother, or maybe even a parent taking a nap, this is the type of breath that all mammals do when we're relaxed. So what it is when we take a deep breath into our lungs, we let our stomach be relaxed so that the stomach expands when the lungs fill with air. And when we breathe out, the stomach comes closer to the body as we release all the air from our lungs. We'll breathe in, and our stomach expands as our lungs fill with air. We'll breathe out, and our stomach comes closer to the body as we breathe out. You'll see with my fingers, with my hands on my chest when I breathe in. Now there's more space between my fingers, and when I breathe out, my fingers come closer together. You can try it yourself. Put your hands on your tummy and breathe in and out. Nice job. We'll take a few more deep breaths like this. Deep breath in. And breathe out. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Very nice. So I want you to think while we're sitting here straight and tall. And we've taken some deep breaths to get us energized and then other deep breaths to get us relaxed. I want you to think about that thing that we thought about at the beginning that makes you really happy every time. So maybe it's when your mom or dad makes your favorite food, or maybe it's when you get to play with one of your brothers or sisters or your pet. Or maybe it's playing video games, or maybe it's talking on the phone to somebody that you love. Whatever it is that always makes you happy, maybe it's painting or drawing or coloring. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think of that thing right now, and I want you to imagine in a movie inside of your head what it feels like to do that thing that makes you so, so happy. So we're going to take a few deep breaths the same way that we were taking deep breaths just a moment ago. And as you take those deep breaths, I want you to imagine that thing that makes you so happy. And make a movie in your head of that thing. Breathe in and breathe out as you do that. So as you're making that movie in your head, I want you to think about, are you alone or are you with somebody or talking to somebody? What does it feel like? Does it feel like a warm hug? Does it feel like somebody understands you? Does it feel like somebody knows you so they know just what you like? And I want you to imagine, what does it smell like? If it's being near or visiting somebody that you love, maybe what does their house smell like? Or if it's having your favorite snack, what does that snack smell like? If it's being outdoors, in nature, in a beautiful place, what does that place smell like? And now I want you to imagine, what does it look like? So you're playing that movie in your head. What colors are you seeing? What shapes are you seeing? What are all the things that you're seeing? And now I want you to imagine, what does it sound like? Doing the thing that always makes you happy. What sounds do you hear? Maybe it's your favorite music. Maybe it's birds in the trees. Maybe it's waves breaking on the shoreline at the beach. Whatever that thing is, what sound comes along with that thing that makes you so happy? We're gonna just wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes and start to move around and open our eyes and gently wake up. And we're gonna take a few deep breaths together. We're gonna take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up, breathe out, and sweep the arms down. Breathe in, oops, ant. Sweep up, breathe out, and down. One more deep breath in, sweep all the way up and bring the palms together as we breathe in and out. We'll bring our hands in front of our foreheads. May we think positive thoughts. We'll bring our hands in front of our lips. May we speak kind words. And we'll bring our hands in front of our hearts. May we spread love and joy wherever we go. Thank you for joining me today, my friends. I'm so glad that you could be here for kid-friendly family yoga. I'm here on Facebook Live at facebook.com/blissevolution every week, every Wednesday at 4. I teach other classes during the week. On Tuesdays, I teach gentle yoga class at noon. And on Thursdays, I teach a breathe and meditate class at noon. And at 6 p.m., I teach a Hatha Yoga class. Thank you for being here and supporting my small business. If you would like to donate or pay for this class, you can do so at paypal.me/blissevolution or cash.app/blissevolution. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you have the most wonderful week. I'll see you next time. Bye.